In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to upload files in PHP. In order to upload files in PHP, I am going to show you some codes and I am going to show you this with practical example so that you can understand it easily. So let's go to my editor, and in the editor, in order to upload files, I am first going to open a HTML code. Then here I am going to call a form, so like this, and here for example I am going to call a table trtd, and here I am going to call select a file. Okay, so here there is a file type in HTML, input type equal to file, so I will use this one. Here the name is equal to, for example, file. You can give any name here, so I am going to give here the name file. Here my file has been given, so I can also give here the file name my file. So this is okay. Now in the form action is okay. Method I will need, that is for example post. And one important thing in order to upload a file, this is very important, so remember that is enc type equal to multipart form data, multipart form data. So you must have to use this enc type equal to multipart form data, these things, otherwise it will not work. You cannot upload any file without using it. So let's try. And next there will be another td, for example here, and input type equal to submit. So here I give the name submit, and the name here will be, for example, the form 1. Okay, so I will submit the form, but before going to submit I am going to check what is in the output. So this is actually in the output, that is choose a file then submit. So I will select a file from my PC and then I will go to submit it. Here I am going to show you something, that is from here I am going to copy these two lines, very important lines. For example, I am going to submit this form. What will happen? In the top I am going to call my PHP codes. So here I am going to check if is set the post of form 1, then what will happen? That means if there is any data in this form, that means if I click on the submit button, then it will come to this page again, and in the top it will become true. If is set post form 1, this one will become true, so I will be into here. Here I call these two lines like this. Here first one is the path. The file I go to upload, I will get the path of this file. So this is actually the file's super global variable, so I will have to use this. The first parameter is the my file, that I give the name equal to my file here. Input type, here what will be in my name field, that will I bring here in the first parameter. And in the second parameter, this is fixed, you must have to give here name, and here tmp underscore name. You cannot change these two values. What is the path? I am going to call the path, and also I am going to call the path temp. So here I am going to call a new line between these two, what are going to come here. So let's try to upload a file now. From my computer I am going to upload a photo, for example, that is sample photos, and or here sample images, and here I am going to call a plain photos. Okay, the first one I am going to select. I am going to submit this. What is happened? The 1.jpg that I tried to upload this file, that is 1.jpg. This one actually the name what I give here path. So it actually gives me the file name that I am going to try to upload. Another one is C Windows temp php be5d.tmp. The actual file that will be into my folder. That means the the photo which I am going to be upload. Before uploading, my computer put it into a temporary folder into C drive. So when you are sure that you will upload that file, it will just take the photo from there and upload it into a specified path. For example, in the PHP practice, I am going to create a folder that is files or images or uploads. I am going to give the uploads. So into my uploads folder, the file will bring my code will bring the file from this location. See Windows, from this temporary path, it will take the file or take the image and it will upload that image into my uploads folder. So another code is that there for that, but I am just going to tell you what these two lines do. Okay, here another thing to discuss, that is there is a explode option. You can easily upload this file using the explode, but there is a security vulnerability. I am going to explain it. For example, the path. What is into the path? You know, in the path I have the name on.jpg. So if I use the explode function, I am going to get the name of the file. So I will use a dot as the delimiter, and here I am going to give here the name path. So actually path is a string that contains on.jpg. So I am going to break the string. So there will be two parts and I am going to convert it into array. So here array equal to, for example, this. So echo of ARR0, what will be this, and echo of ARR1, what will be this. This 0 will be actually the 1, and here 1 will be, what will be 1? JPG. If the file extension is JPG, it will be JPG. So I will get the extension here. Okay, so what is the reason to do it? The reason is sometimes we need to change the file name. So in this way we can easily change the file name. So how I can update my file name? I am going to give my file name like this, that is my name. For example, I want to give whatever you upload, I will give the name arifin dot, I am going to concat. This is the dot for concat, and here is jpg. So arifin dot jpg. So in order to write it, I will have to call ARR of 1, because I do not know if it is JPG or PNG or docx. What is it? I do not know. So in order to get that extension, I use the ARR1. So I get it, I give it here. So arifin dot the file extension here. So this will be the file name. So what will be the file? What is my file name now? I am going to show it in front of you so you will understand. So let's call resubmission here. You see that the output is arifin.jpg. That means it is working. So by this name, this file name, I can easily upload to my folder, uploads folder. Okay, so what is the code to upload into the folder? That is given here. You see that I am going to explain all other things later. Just before going to do that, I am going to use this thing. This is to upload the files. So here you see that the path temp, I will take the file from the path temp now. This is the first parameter from where I will get the file, and the second one is where I will put the file. So here now path is not my file name, my file name is file name. So arifin.jpg is actually the file name. This will be uploaded into my uploads folder. So here you see that there is uploads folder. So I give the folder name slash, that means into here this file will be uploaded. So now let's do that. What is going to be happen? Let's try. I am going to close all the things. So now let's try to upload it. I am going to refresh, continue. Now I am going here in the uploads folder. You see that the file comes and the file name is arifin.jpg. So this is a very simple way, and in this simple way you can straight upload the file. But a bad people or a hacker can try to pass some bad files into there. So they can try to upload the PNG instead of JPG or PNG. They can try to upload a PHP file where a malicious code can be injected. So before upload anything from user, do not trust any user anymore. So never trust any user. Just to get the file from the user, always try to change it. That means always try to change the extension. So in order to do that, you can use this method. So you can try to upload this file, this image file. Okay, so in order to check extension, here you can do one thing, that is ARR1 is extension. So here you can check, I am going to show you, before moving file you can check if the extension, this is actually extension, if this one equal JPG, or this one equal for example PNG, or for example GIF, like this, then you will give the user to upload the file, right? Else mean if the user try to upload any other files that is not JPG, PNG, GIF, then an error message will be shown, invalid format. So like this. In this way you can check, but what is going to be happen, I am going to show you. I am going to remove it now. Okay, so no files into the uploads folder. Now I am going not to refresh, I am going to refresh it, and then I choose another file. Into another file I am going to upload, for example, this photo. Now submit. In the uploads, this is uploaded. I am again going to remove it. Now try to upload other file that is not into this file. That means I am now going to upload a PDF file, for example. So sample PDFs, I am going here. So I am going to upload a PDF file, submit. You see that invalid format, and in this case there is actually no file here. But if I allow the PDF here, for example like this, if I add the PDF here, PDF, then you can upload the PDF. Now if I go to refresh, continue, yes. Now you see that the PDF is uploaded into my uploads folder. But in this method you actually cannot judge if a file really contains any PHP file or not. In this way you cannot check it, because you are just going to check it by extension, but you actually do not know what is inside it. For example, I am going to do one thing. I am going to my D drive and then sample images, and here I am going to the plane. For example, I am going to copy this plane, and here is a hacked.jpg. okay, I am going to open this with any text editor. For example, I am going to open it with Notepad or any text editor. I am going to open it, for example, Notepad++. You see that this is actually the image code. You do not need to understand the code. A hacker, what he can do, he can open this JPG file, and here he can inject a PHP code like this. PHP, for example, PHP info. Okay, like this. He saved this file. You see that this file contains the malicious code. But if you try to upload it, then it is not possible to check if there is any PHP file into here or not, because you just checked it with JPG. So in order to get rid of this situation, we use a finfo mime type. That means when a file will come here like this, I will get this file info mime type, this one, and in this way I will get the mime type of the uploaded file. And you see that finfo, this one, file info mime type, finfo open. So here this will be the parameter of here, and the files will be actually the second one, that is actually here given the path. So if I give here the file finfo open, what will be happened here? Let's check. I am going to copy this line from here and I am going to my code editor, and here instead of doing that I am going to close it. What I am going to do, I am going to call file info mime type, and then here I am going to call another one, that is this one. So I am going to copy it and paste it here. So here the files, my file tmp name, it is actually the path temp, so I am going to copy and paste it here, and finfo is this one as a parameter and mime. Now if I want to run the mime, what will be happened? Now if I refresh and if I try to choose any file, I am going to remove it now, I do not need it. For example, where there is jpg, I want to upload, submit, you see that image/jpeg. So this is the mime type, so this is very important. And if I want to get the info, that is not needed actually, I need actually mime type, so I get it. For example, you want to upload a file that is jpeg, so here you will have to call image/jpeg. Okay, so like this, image/jpeg, this is mime. Here I will check if mime equal this one, I am going to copy it from here, image/jpeg. If mime equal to this one or mime equal to png, if you want to get the doc file, so for the doc file there are another thing for pdf. For pdf, what will be that? I am going to upload a pdf and then you will understand. For example, there is a sample pdf, so just select a pdf, submit, line number 90. Okay, mime. So here I am going to give the access of mime, I am going to refresh, continue. It is application/pdf. Okay, so for the pdf you will have to add here instead of this, it will be application/pdf. Now I am going to check another one. For example, after pdf, if any doc file, here I am not sure, sample doc, sample logos, sample ads, sample gif. If you want to give access to upload the gif file, zip, then it will be application gif. So in this way, for the doc, you just select a doc file and submit, you will see the mime type. For the doc or docx or excel file, xls, etc., you will get the mime type like this. So just allow what you need here, and then for example I want to give only jpg, png and pdf file you can upload. Okay, so in this case you will have to check like if, then if everything okay, then you will give the move uploaded file, otherwise just like this code as before. So this is a secured method and you should use this one, not the one I used here using the explode. You should not use that one. Okay, so this is the secured method here. I am going to close it. Okay, now here if I go here, you will see that there are some information about the file. If you want that only the data, for example size, my file size is okay, no problem. If you want that, you will give the user only the file that is exactly that can be up to 8 megabyte or 10 megabyte. How you can do that? There is a function like this. I am going to copy, and from here when I am going to upload a file, I am just going to stop this code now. In the top I am going to show it. So echo what is actually here. If I do not give 1024, what will happen? the file size, how it is going to become, I am going to show you. For example, I am going to upload a file that is image, sample images, then plain. This photo is 5 kilobyte, so select it, submit it. It comes 5843. That means if I divide by this 1000, then kilobyte will come, right? Because 1 kilobyte equal to byte, so this is into byte, so 5843 bytes. So I am going to divide the bytes by 1000, then it will be kilobyte, so 5.8 kilobyte. So in order to get the file into kilobyte, here you can give 1024. This is actually the system that is into kilobyte, right? So here just reload and refresh. 5.7 kilobyte is the file size. If I go to upload another file that is given here, for example 71 kilobyte, this one, so check it, submit, you see that it is 71.5 this kilobyte. That means it is working. So in this way, how many kilobytes you want to give the user to upload, you can easily give that from here. So this is another measurement, you can check it. For example, into here you want to give another condition here, that is this one. You want to give 10 megabyte access. So we know what 1 megabyte equal to 1000 kilobyte. I have kilobyte in my hand, so how can I get the megabyte? So I will divide it by 1024 more, and then it will be megabyte, right? So here if I divide it by 1024 more, what will come? 5 kilobyte means how many megabyte, or 71 kilobyte equal to how many megabyte? Just refresh, you will see that it is 0.069 megabyte. The file name, it is actually showing error because here I did something else, so it is showing error. No problem. Here the error is showing because undefined variable file name. Okay, no problem. Here actually there is no file name. I defined the file name here like this, rfin.jpg. So you can just get the extension like this. The final file name you can get like this. That is not a problem. And here I am going to check. Okay, data image size. Here I am going to give another one. Get image size echo data. Going to close this. Okay, and going to close this also. Let's check what is coming here. I am going to refresh and add it to string. It is actually an array, so here I can call the printer, and here I am going to call the data. So what information I will get here? You see that I will get this type of information about a file. Okay, if you need to get the width and height of a file, you can also get like this. So this is actually the size. Here this is actually the size of a file, and if you want, you can get easily the width of a file. So width of a file equal to which one, that comes here. You see that into array, then index number 1 is index number 0 is width, and index number 1 is height. So 0 and 1. Okay, so here what I can do, I can give data of 0. This is actually the image width, and image height will be this one. Okay, I am going to make this off, make this this is on. Okay, now I am going to upload the PDF. Let's check what it comes in the case of PDF. So I am going to show you sample PDF. For example, this one, submit. You see that the undefined variable data in line number 11. Sorry, here I made this off. Now try to get the data now. so you will actually not get anything. PDF submit, nothing comes, because remember that this system will only work for only work for photos. If your file is not photo, you cannot get the information using this. So this is very important thing to remember, so just remember it. So I get the size of a file, data of a file, and here if you need, you can easily check it. For example, I allow the maximum size allowed, that is a megabyte, some megabyte. So here you can easily check the size first, then you will give the information user to upload it. So I am going to give the extension is okay. Using the explode you can get extension, or there are files to get extension. Here I did not put any. Okay, I am going to search into Google getting file extension in PHP. So I am going to check. This is the extension. Actually I get it straight here. Okay, the extension, how I can get the extension of a file. Here you see that the file name is here. I got the extension using the explode. But actually I do not want to use the explode here. I want to get the real extension of a file. So here you see that this is actually a thing, and using this you will have to, you can easily get the extension of a file, right? If you go here, you will also see a lot of people, a lot of solutions in order to get the extension of a file. So a lot of solutions you will get here. I am not going to there, I am just going here. So file name, for example path, I am going to give here, and extension, let's check echo extension what it comes. Now I am going to submit. Okay, no data, file info, file PDF is coming. Okay, I am going to search the PDF, submit. File name is undefined, is no problem, but extension is here, PDF is showing. Okay, so here what will be my final file name? I am going to copy this, and here my final file name will be the extension will be now this. So arifin.extension. So this is very precise code now, and the final code is this. So these are the codes I am going, this is okay. So these 2 lines, this is also optional, if needed sometimes you can use that, but this will also be used. But if you want to use the size, how you can do that? First it will check if the extension is okay. If the extension is okay, here I will check the size. If the size less than 10 MB, that means I am going to check if the size, this is in megabyte, because I divide it more on 024, so this size is in megabytes. So if this size is less than 10, that means if it is less than or equal to 10 megabyte, then only you will give here to upload the file. Otherwise you can give the user that what you will give, you will give a message that here the file size must be within 10 megabyte MB. So in this way you can add here a lot of more validation rules in the case of a file. I am going to upload a file, submit. Yes, it should be uploaded now. You see that the PDF comes, but I suggest not to use a fixed name here, because if you want, for example, you are going to upload some user photos, the user first user uploads his profile photo, that will come here. His name is, for example, 1.jpg. Another user, he uploads the same name file from his PC, that is 1.jpg, then that will be replaced. For example, now if I want to upload another one by the same name, for example, I want to upload another PDF and submit, you will see that the second PDF is replacing the first one. In the case of image, you will understand it well. I am going back to the image. For example, I am going to upload sample images, plain photos. Here I am going to upload these images, submit. You see that arifin.jpg comes. Okay, PDF I am going to remove. So I am now going to upload another person, for example, going to upload another image, this one, submit. You see that the previous one is removed because the new file I put in the same name. So this sometimes cause a problem. In order to solve this problem, what I can do, I can easily solve this. That is, instead of arifin dot, here I will give a current timestamp value. So this value will be changed with each second. Each and every second this value is changing. So I give the time function in PHP and then put a dot and extension. So now if I upload the same file on .jpg, submit, when it will be uploaded, the name will be changed by this. Okay. So another person, if he wants to upload the same file from his computer, submit, you see that another file comes, because each and every second the timestamp value is going to be changed. So in this way, whatever a person give here, the name will be changed, and in this name the file or photo will be uploaded. Here it is actually be close. Okay, and in the last you can close this file, because if you upload another file in another system, that can become conflict. So if you want, after the task is completed, if you can simply end it by calling the file info close, because I use the f info here. So you can just stop this like. So here I have shown you everything. I will show you with a practical example. There is another function, move uploaded file, does what? That just cut a file from the temporary folder and paste it. But copy means it copy a file from the temporary folder and paste it. So what is the benefit of this? I will show you in the next video.